Dating can be so brutal, can't it? Like, sometimes there are moments in dating where you were just like, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I putting myself through this again? Why am I on these apps? Why am I dating these guys? Why am I responding to these idiots? It can be really brutal sometimes, and there are moments where we question ourselves, we question our lives, we question our choices, and we question whether it's even worth it. And to survive the shit show that dating can be in your 30s, or older, or younger, to survive dating full stop, there is one thing that you need. Like, this is your must-have thing. This is the one thing that will get you through any shitty dating situation. Can you guess what it is? Welcome to the Date with Confidence podcast, a place to come for dating advice, support, and stories that'll either fill you with hope or relief that your dating experience wasn't as bad as it could have been, with practical episodes that'll provide you with easy to implement tips to help you feel confident AF on your next date, alongside lighthearted catch-ups where your host Rebecca, that's me by the way, shares her own experience dating after 4 years of the single life. You are guaranteed to end each episode feeling less alone in your dating struggles, empowered to never settle again, and confident that the best is yet to come. And if it all falls to shit, there's a special first season dedicated to breakups. You are welcome, my friend. Subscribe, review, and share with your single friends. No. It's not copious amounts of wine. That is not what's going to get you through this. It is a solid group of friends who you can share the truth with. Now, you don't have to have loads of friends. This is like very much about quality is better than quantity. You don't need to have a ton of friends. Even just one really solid friend can be enough. But if you are going to put yourself out there, if you are going to commit to dating, if you are going to manifest the one into your life, you need people behind you who will support you through the lowest periods and who will celebrate you when things are finally going well for you. This group of friends are people that you can share your horror stories with. So you get in from a date, first thing you want to do, open up your group chat, share everything. These are people that you know you can tell stories to, and they are going to laugh along with you, they're going to cry with you, they're going to hold your hand, they're going to be there actively listening to what you have to say because they are genuinely interested. You need this group of people to ask for feedback on the outfit that you're going to wear, feedback on the response that you're going to send to him, feedback on how he behaved on a date, feedback on your own behaviour. You need somewhere you can turn to for feedback, and you need somewhere that you can get support. So if you are struggling, if your anxious attachment has taken over and you are spiraling, instead of bombarding him with messages, you need somewhere to go so that you can process, so that you can vent, so that you can cry. You need somewhere to go so that you can rant about this person if they've behaved like a dickhead. You need a safe space to survive dating. You cannot do this alone. I mean, you can, but it's a lot more fun with other people, and it's going to be a lot more beneficial to you because you won't feel alone. So when you are struggling, when you are going through an experience, you'll have people to relate to you, because I guarantee we've all dated at some point, or we've all been in the early days of a relationship at some point. We've all had those awkward first few months, or those awkward dates, or that confusing initial period. Whatever it is, we've all been in the same boat at some point. So even if you've got groups of friends that are married or settled down or they've got kids, that doesn't matter. What's important is that you find a group of people that you love and trust. Now, this isn't about getting people to make decisions for you. You still have to make your own decisions. You can't date from the perspective of someone else, and you can't have someone else pulling the puppet strings during that experience for you, telling you what to wear, telling you what to say, telling you how to respond. There's a big difference between going to people for support and encouragement and getting other people to make your decisions for you. Because if you're behaving based on the way that somebody else would behave. You're not showing up as your authentic self, and that's not how you build a solid connection with someone. So you still get to make your own decisions, but you get support from others, and you get the best support when you open up and can be vulnerable. And that's why it's really important to have some close friends who you can trust. And the most important part of this group, which I'm not sure everyone will agree with me with, is you need people with different qualities, different perspectives, different ideologies. You don't want a group of people who are just yes people. You don't want your friends to be people who tell you what you want to hear. We love being told what we want to hear. We love being validated. We love being reassured. We love being told that we're in the right all the time. But there are times where you will be in the wrong. There will be times where you might be the toxic one, or the unhealthy one, or the one playing games. There will be times where he is not the issue. It's your shit that needs dealing with in the kindest way possible. Like, I'm saying this with love, and I'm saying this as someone who needs telling as well sometimes. If you have a group of people who are just yes people, you are never going to grow. You are going to keep repeating the same patterns, and you are not going to manifest that dream relationship that you deserve. It is important that you have friends who can challenge you, and friends who offer different styles of support. So one of my very good friends, who is also actively dating at the moment, she has us in our group chat. So there's 3 of us in that group chat. She has a best friend that she's known, I think, since childhood. Then she has another friend who she's really, really close with. And each of us 4 or 5, however many people it is she actively seeks support from each of us, we all offer different styles of support. So when she was going through a particularly bad time with a complete dickhead of a guy, there was the one person who would be more compassionate, more understanding, more empathetic, who would be quite soothing, quite reassuring, and bring that softer, more nourishing energy. Then you had the friend who was like the complete opposite. He's a fucking idiot, you're a fucking idiot for following him, don't speak to him ever again, block, done, it's over, get rid of him from your life. So the more fiery, protective, fierce, loyal friend. And then you had people who were more in the middle, who were kind of, okay, I can understand, but actually, have you looked at it from this perspective? And I don't think you should speak to him anymore, but on a gentler level than the fierce friend, but a stronger level than the compassionate, empathetic one. So she had people from all different areas supporting her, providing her with reassurance, suggesting things, giving advice, and holding space for her. And that is so important, because if you end up in an echo chamber of receiving the exact same advice, the yes people who tell you what you want to hear, who aren't challenging you and your behaviour, you're never going to grow. You're never going to actually improve. And you will likely keep making the same mistakes. Now, obviously, this isn't just about you. It's not only you that will make mistakes. It's not always going to be your fault, as it were. But we can't control the way that other people treat us. I've said this before. We can't control the actions of anyone else. We can't control how the man that we're dating is going to show up in our lives. We can take responsibility for our own behaviour and our own decisions and our own actions. And you want people that are going to support you in making those decisions and taking those actions and call you out when actually you're not taking a step back and seeing a bigger picture. And if your friend, or you have a friend who is also dating, you want to support that friend with their dating struggles without judgment. And this is also very key. A lot of the Facebook groups I see online that are described as empowering groups for women who are dating, a lot of them are packed full of people who are judgmental, critical, who tear each other down, who can be quite spiteful to each other, especially if they have differing opinions. And that's not helpful. When someone needs support, they don't want your judgment. just like you wouldn't want their judgment. You need to find yourself a space that is judgment-free, that lifts you up, that shares alternative perspectives, that reassures you when you're spiraling, and ultimately has the same interest in you meeting the one as you do. Someone who's equally as invested in you succeeding in love and finding the love that you have always deserved. Now, if you have got your group of friends that you can go to, I am delighted for you. I am over the fucking moon for you, because I know it can be really difficult for a lot of people to find that solid community, that safe space, that place that they can go completely judgment-free, where they can open up and be vulnerable. If you have not yet found that space and you feel unsupported in your dating journey and you are struggling and you would like a safe space to come to so that you can get support and advice and you can find that reassurance and you can open yourself up to new perspectives and healthier dating patterns, then I'd like to invite you to join Level Up in Love, which starts on the 8th of April. Level Up in Love is a 3-month close proximity coaching container dedicated to helping you date with confidence, build better boundaries, raise your relationship standards, and finally manifest the dream relationship you've always deserved. The vibe is a private group chat with your besties, where you can talk about dating dilemmas, how to confidently communicate your wants, needs, and desires, where you can get support after a shitty dating experience, and you can celebrate all the positive moments in your dating and relationship journey. Except, unlike these toxic Facebook groups, there is no judgment, criticism, there is no tearing each other down. It is a supportive, empowering community, and will have a maximum of 8 people inside of it. Level Up in Love doesn't contain hour-long trainings or things that you have to catch up on, or you having this one-size-fits-all strategy to find love. It's really about meeting you where you are and helping you deal with whatever you're dealing with in that moment. So the way it works is Monday to Wednesday, we're in this private group chat. You can come in, you can ask questions, you can ask for feedback on your dating profile, you can share screenshots of a message and say, I don't know how to respond to this. You can receive support if you've been ghosted or you've been fucked around and it's left you lacking in confidence. We can talk about tips for helping you build your confidence. We can give you a pep talk before you go on your first date. Anything that you need during our time together is going to go down in that WhatsApp chat. This is a close-knit, intimate group of like-minded individuals who have the same intentions as you when it comes to dating. And we officially start on the 8th of April, but it is going to be a rolling container. If you're listening to this after the 8th of April and you're interested in joining, providing there are no more than 8 people already in the group, you are welcome to apply to join as well. As a special bonus, you also get instant access to the confidence course, which is my 6-module self-paced course on creating unwavering self-confidence in all areas of your life. And one of my favourite lessons within the confidence course is the lesson on raising your relationship standards. And that has really helped me to attract much nicer men into my life, as opposed to people that I perhaps used to date, or it's just helped me to up-level my love life in so many ways. So I'll leave the information for you in the show notes. If Level Up in Love is not quite your vibe and you don't want something quite so intimate, you don't really want to be in a group with other people, but you would still love some confidence coaching support, manifesting your dream relationship, dating with confidence, letting go of insecurity or any anxious behaviours, then Loved Up is the alternative for you. Loved Up is my brand new confidence boosting membership dedicated to helping you let go of insecurity, build more self-trust, and improve all areas of your love life. So whether you're recovering from a recent breakup, whether you're well and truly in your dating era, whether you want to enter the dating world and you just don't have a clue how, if you are perhaps entering into a new relationship and you're feeling a little bit rocky and unsturdy, or if you've been in a relationship for a while and you adore them, but there are some things that are just not right and you want to change things and improve that relationship, wherever you are, you and your love life are welcome here. This membership is designed to support you in all areas of your romantic life. And how this works is you will receive weekly coaching around whatever it is you need support with that week. So again, it's really about meeting you where you are and you receiving in-depth coaching for your choice of either 6 months or 12 months. There's a 6-month commitment or a 12-month commitment. It is a membership. The support level is a lot less than Level Up in Love. So there is a significant difference in price in terms of Level Up in Love is a bigger investment, whereas Loved Up is a much smaller investment at the moment because there's a special founders rate on until the 12th of April. But either one of these options is going to be great for you if you really want to commit to improving your dating experience, raising your relationship standards, and manifesting that dream love life that you've had on your vision board for years and years and years. So again, I will leave the link to Loved Up in the show notes. That officially started on Monday, so that is very exciting. And like Level Up in Love, it is a rolling membership. So Level Up in Love isn't a membership. Loved Up is a membership, but it's that rolling container, so you can join at any time. When you join Loved Up as well, you won't get access to the confidence course, but you will get access to an abundance of resources around breakups, pre-date stuff, dating, entering new relationships, and confidence building trainings as well inside the Loved Up membership hub. So go check out either of those options. If you have any questions, do get in touch with me on Instagram. If you feel like you don't have a supportive network of people around you during your dating life, then sign up for one of those options, because that is going to be your place to be. That is going to be your place to come to help you survive dating. If you would like to contribute to the Date with Confidence podcast, our next community episode is coming out on the 11th of April. So you got a couple of weeks to fill out the contribute form. Just go to datewithconfidencepodcast.com/contribute. Share your icks, share your bad dating stories or your happy dating stories. Share your dating tips, ask me questions, whatever it is. Get yourself involved. I would love to hear from you. And if you haven't left a review or rating on your platform that you're listening to this on, please do so. It would mean a lot to me. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for listening to the Date with Confidence podcast. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Subscribe, rate and review, and share it with your single friends.